Hi everyone, we're going to look at how to do a lesson plan for teaching Lexis. Once again, you'll receive a template for the lesson. Your level will be elementary, pre-intermediate, intermediate, etc. Please do not change the length of the lesson, as this has already been predetermined. This is TP2, as it is your Lexis lesson, and your number of students will be a maximum of 15. For the topic or theme, you need to think about the context of your lesson. For example, film genres. This tells the reader that all of the words will be related to film genres. We then move on to lesson aims. You have a main aim and subsidiary aims. You might have one subsidiary aim in some lessons and 2 or 3 in others. The main aim has to focus on the overall purpose of the lesson. In this session, you are teaching vocabulary. So, your main aim is to introduce the students to 8 different film genres, and as part of Lexis, to clarify the meaning, pronunciation, and written form for each item. The subsidiary aims are all the things that students will do incidentally as part of the lesson. For example, to broaden students' general vocabulary of everyday topics. Movies is something that we often talk about in regular conversations. So while the goal isn't to just broaden vocabulary in general, they will be able to use this in general conversations on an everyday basis. Another subsidiary aim in this case is to develop their oral fluency, as well as their just listening skills. We now move on to the scripting of the Lexis. This part is crucial in your lesson planning because it serves as your reference for accuracy when teaching. Essentially, this works as your dictionary. You are going to script each word that you'll be teaching. Think about the order in which you teach the words. Some words may depend on understanding of a previous word, in which case you need to teach the previous word prior to that one. All of these words are common nouns, so they need to start with lowercase. You also need to include the part of speech. In this case, they are all nouns. This is really important because some words can function as a noun and a verb, for example. So it needs to be very clear from your context, as well as for your students, which part of speech they are learning. Your definition needs to be graded. This means that you cannot use words that are more difficult than the target word. You also cannot use a form of the target word to define that particular word. A good source here is to use children's dictionaries. They're easy, simple, and very clear. So let's look at a few examples. For action, it is a film with a lot of shooting, fighting, car chases, and explosions in it. You can see that the definition is not very long. Try to keep it to a maximum of 2 lines. For animation, example, children's movies. Uses drawings, computer images, clay, etc., i.e. not real people. You'll continue with the definition for each of these words. Your final thing to do is the phonology. We've already looked at how to use IPA transcription programs online, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm using the British transcription, copy, and paste. Phonology should always be indicated between two virgules, in other words, two forward slashes. Let's do the next word. Animation. Remember, the apostrophe shows where the stress is, in this case on the second syllable. As you can see, it's really quick and easy when you use a transcription program, and you know that this particular information is then accurate. You'll carry on with definitions and phonology for all of these words. Once you're done, the first page of your lesson plan is complete. We'll look at the second page in the next video.